And good afternoon. Welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show. Catherine Tyson, your host. And it is Thursday. And maybe that's why I'm so excited. Because you know what? You guys know I talk about the weekend all the time. And I don't know, the older that I'm getting, the more that I need the weekends. And I'm so happy about the work that I contribute through the week. So just calm down. That's what that's about. It's about all the work that I contribute and all of the stuff that I do. And then I get a chance to rest and relax. So today is Thursday Success 101, closer to the weekend for me. Hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your Straight Talk Drive at 5 show. And I am just tickled pink that I am here once again with one of my amazing young Caymanians that I am going to feature today on Thursday Success 101. Let me tell you, I'm not even going to take a moment to just, to talk about anything else. I'm going to jump right in because I'm just very excited about this guest star today. So, Wendy Miller, good afternoon. Hi, Wendy.
Good afternoon.
And thank you so much for coming on the show this afternoon. Now, I know before the show came on, you were loud as can be. Is that your inside voice?
Yes, that's the inside voice.
All right.
Good behavior.
Exactly. Okay, so Wendy, you are an actress, a producer, director from Cayman, which homegrown, love that. And you're actually based both here and in Atlanta at this point?
Well, yes, I'll be bouncing back and forth. Of course, mostly here, and this is home.
Okay.
But I'll be bouncing back and forth, not only Atlanta, but between Atlanta and Los Angeles.
Okay, all right. So yeah, first let's just jump right in. First, we're here to talk about your upcoming. It's a short film,
Yes.
and it is called "You Are Enough," and it will be premiering November the 6th. So we're here to talk about that. So guys, you want definitely to go on Eventbrite and check it out. I think there's a few little seats left, not too much. So you want to go on there and see if you can get a seat to go watch this November 6th. You Are Enough. It's about bullying, right? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, a little later. But before that, I just wanted to really, thank you for coming on the show to share your journey and to congratulate you because that's what we're doing here. We really are highlighting our young Caymanians. And, I always, like people to know that success is what you make it, is what you make it look like. It doesn't look like one thing in particular, for instance, right? It looks like whatever it is that you make it to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so that's what makes me happy that, once again, we have an actress, a creative, a producer, a director, from here and you're living your dreams. Now, when did this start? When did you think? Did you know you wanted to do this, and when did you know? Or what did you think when you wanted to be when you grew up? Just get us to that.
Well, good evening, Cayman. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. It's awesome what you're doing here. Being able to really congratulate young Caymanians like myself who's trying to pursue and trying to push.
Who are pursuing, who are pushing.
Thank you.
Yes,
There
that's
you go.
it. Oh, we're putting that in the universe.
Yes,
you are
speaking
doing
in
it.
Spain.
You're not trying nothing. You are doing it.
We're doing it.
Yes.
Yes. So we're pushing and we're moving into the direction that we really want to do.
Right. Right.
So I want to say thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
But starting from a child, you want to really, I guess, go back and think like, okay, as a child, I wanted to be a singer. I was more in the acting, doing little not short films, but little acting gigs, little plays, things in school.
Right.
So from back then, like definitely, I was always a part of the festivals, the arts, and stuff like that. So, but the thing is that you're not really brought up and say like, oh, being an actress is a way to go. So
it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what did you think you were going to do, like when you were young then?
Well,
it was a big sigh.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, unfortunately, you don't have I mean, I wouldn't say my mom was very supportive as a child. She stretched herself.
Right.
But like realistically in Cayman, like um, it's not really seen strong. I would say if I can say that.
Right.
So like it's just a regular 9 to 5. Like you just want to be a great parent,
Right.
and that's the route that I kind of went.
Okay.
And then I would say the drastic change I would say about the past 4 years.
Okay. So before we get there, what
Mhm.
were some of your 9 to 5 things that you were doing then?
Oh, just working regular 9 to 5
In the
for the
office,
government. Yeah,
offices
office
and
work. Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right. The reason I ask that is because I think it's so important, for our parents driving along, our young people that are listening to the show, really to recognize that at any point you really can, shift gears and you
Right.
can change and
Hmm.
you can move in different directions. And I think that's the beauty of life. And when I think about, kind of being my age and my stage, I look at you guys and I'm like, live. Oh my gosh, like go for it. It's because all this stuff's gonna be here when you're done. So
Hmm.
just go for it and just throw caution to the wind and just enjoy it. And yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
that's it. That's the
Yes.
thing, and that's why I always live the motto. Like I'm like, look, just if it's any time to do it now.
Right. Right.
Do it now. The soil is ready for you to plant those seeds
Yes.
and to let that drive and that hunger grow
That's
because
right.
there's definitely possibility and opportunity out there.
That's right. So 4 years ago, when did you think that bug then finally bit? 4 years ago, what happened? What was the turning point?
For those who know me, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not going to be too spiritual on this, but I just gave birth to my son,
Okay.
and I was home on maternity leave, and I was like, praying and so forth. And he's like, okay, it's time to like pursue. And I'm like, this is the worst time to pursue dreams with a newborn baby, but you know, I just followed that gut instinct.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if this is what I'm supposed to do, then I'm going to be obedient and just go ahead and do it. And I did. I just started, and it just blossomed ever
All
since.
right. So tell us about that. Because I want the young people to hear that. I want the parents to hear that. So you started. What did you start doing? And then what were the
Research,
blossoms? Okay.
research,
All right.
research,
What were
research.
you researching?
Of course, acting. I've done a few gigs overseas, but research in the sense of different opportunities, find out what actors have to do, what's the process.
Okay.
So you would have to go get on casting websites to see what it is, different opportunities that's out there, finding out what it is as an actor to help market myself. So you have to have a website, do a lot of training. That's another major thing. So I
Right.
do major training as
Sure.
well in regards to knowing what it is required in the entertainment industry,
Right.
in the movie industry. I also got signed up for different classes, um, not only to learn that, but to see what it is that is required. So in regards to listening to casting directors and what the process is, because it's a lot of work. It's a
Right.
lot of work, and it can be a lot to take in, but it is very necessary
Yeah.
for you to do research
Okay.
and get as much training because you can't just go out there and say, "Hey, I'm a big actress," and what I thought I was doing here is nothing compared to what I had to learn and how I had to structure myself.
I'm so glad you said that because Kenan is so tiny, and I think
Yes.
sometimes, especially when I work with young people, they behave as if Kenan is so big, and I'm like, listen, that behavior will get you nowhere. You just step off the plane in Miami, and you will be eaten alive if you do not check your attitude, if you do not humble yourself, if you do not understand that there's going to be a very very long line of people just like you or better than you, been working harder than you, and they want it more than you.
Hungry.
They
Yes.
want it more than they know how to push people out the line. So
Yes. You
it with the
listen.
sweetest smile.
That is the perfect words to say because I mean honestly, like when I first started, I'm still the happy bubbly and like with the trying to give as much enthusiasm and push as much as I can is to be bubbly and happy, but at the same time, like people up there are hungry and they're greedy
Yeah.
and they're like desperate.
Yeah. Yeah. And they've been competing
for
on a
years,
different level than you
yes.
too. So they know what to do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in that case, you know as an individual coming from a small country, you need to be humble and observant.
Yes. Absolutely.
Very, very observant,
Yeah.
because it's not going to be easy, because you have to think about it. It's from an actor's perspective. You are going against you're auditioning for one role, and there's like thousands of people who are
Right.
auditioning for that one role.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you got to give your best and be out of the box.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I did modeling for some time when
Mm.
I was young, in my 20s. And I remember showing up at casting calls because I had signed up with an
Right.
agency. And it was only because I think at that point I had become a single mother and I was looking for like, ways to supplement my income while I was
Right.
going to school. And so I signed up with a couple of little agencies there in Miami, and they would send me on these shoots. And I'd get there, and there'd be 400 girls that looked just like me.
Don't believe it. Yup.
It was hilarious because I would be like, her hair is about the length of mine.
Mm-hmm. That's
Her
it.
legs are about the same length of mine. And
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy because I just remember, showing up, and there were some swimsuit shoots, and I would not wear a bikini. And there were girls there with like, okay, whatever, like I'll
Yup.
walk naked. Like, what do you need me to
Yup.
do? And so I had to figure out like, okay, here's the thing. You're gonna show up with your one piece, and they're gonna be like, okay, we want people that are willing to wear a bikini. And so you might not be called for that job,
Right.
and you can't be mad at the people because the
Right.
people are doing what they need to do. So
Right.
you have to kind of like suck it up, or you figure out, okay, is that not
Is
the
it for
shoot that
you?
I want to go on?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
perfect. Well
Yes.
said. I mean, it's the same thing with I think all the industries. It's pretty much the same thing, because
Yeah.
with acting, when you're going in, you're going to find somebody who looks just like you,
Yep.
who's going for the same role. That's why you have to think or do something out of the box,
Right.
and you as an individual have to know within yourself, and knowing the how far you're wanting to take it. If
Right.
that's, like we said, if that's something that I'm willing to sacrifice,
Exactly.
or you know what, maybe I'll just go on
Yeah.
to the next one. So
Exactly.
it's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I even went to a shoot. I remember going to a shoot where they were looking for extras for Whitney Houston's movie. Like for I think I believe that I think it was. I'm not sure if it was the bodyguard. It was something though, but it was maybe it wasn't the bodyguard, but it was something. And so she would have to be walking. So they'd be filming us from back on.
Right.
So I can see that because I can see walking back on, and they think that's Whitney because she needed those the body doubles type of thing.
Right.
And I
Yes.
just remember it was just amazing. So when I hear about you going to Atlanta and going to LA to pursue your dreams, I'm like, wow, how was that? Like leaving this little place and going, you know what? I'm going to the big city because here I'm not going to have the opportunities. I've kind of gone as far as I want to go to wet my chops.
Right.
But now what am I going to do? So how was that? Because you were over there in Atlanta, you were kicking butt.
Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, people see, like, social media is something, but people see, when I just, okay, let me step back. Taking that jump and that leap, okay, um, I just felt like the time was right. Um, Even though it was COVID, people were mad at me
What are
for
you
actually leaving.
doing?
People were like, "When are you stupid? What
When
are you
did you
doing?"
leave?
I left January.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people were upset, but it was. I just felt it was the time that was right.
Right.
I went, and literally, I did not know what to expect. I
Yeah.
mean, I would go back and forth before, working my 9 to 5 here, but
Right.
whenever I get opportunity, my vacation, and I'll go.
Right.
But at this time, an opportunity arose, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go all in. And
Right.
it's just, I just did not want to leave or be living in the what if.
Right.
What if I didn't do it? I lost that opportunity. I'd be living in regret for the rest. What if I did, like, I had taken the chance, maybe I pick up.
Right.
So I packed up everything and took that leap. And like I said, it's a back and forth. You know how the US is,
Right.
paperwork and all that stuff.
Right.
Very
Right.
good, So I go with the expectancy, like, okay, God, it's just me, you, and my son, and we just going to take
You
this
took his
chance.
son too?
Yeah, I took my baby
Oh,
with
how
me.
nice. Wow.
Yeah, he kept. I'm gonna be very honest and very frank. He kept me going.
Yes.
He was. It's like he was there, perfect. He really needed to be there because he kept my drive.
Right.
Because it's at the end of the day, I'm doing it for me, yeah, but I'm also doing it for my kids.
Yeah.
I'm creating that
That's
foundation for
cool.
them.
That's
That's
cool.
my thing,
Yeah.
And I want to build that ground that whatever my kids whatever my kids want to put their mind towards, they can. My mom did it.
Right.
She took the chance. And the thing is, if it don't work, it can't say it didn't try.
Yeah, it'll be here waiting for you.
Exactly. Exactly. Home will always be here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I just picked up and I went and pretty much just opportunity after opportunity, meeting talent agents like back to back to back, getting auditions, that just opportunities, or when I say the time is right, the time is
Yeah,
right.
because Atlanta is also really increasing.
Growing,
yeah,
yes.
in that area.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are hungry. And to be honest, being between LA and Atlanta, LA has more opportunity because Atlanta has more opportunity because LA is more like, that's where everybody
It's like
wants.
saturated.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a lot. So it's like a dog eat dog world.
So what made you go to LA then if you were having all these opportunities in Atlanta? What was in you that's like, you know what? I think I need to go into a bigger pond here. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was kind of a leap. It's a bit of a leap, an opportunity was over there.
Okay.
And trust me, it was a lot harder. I think experiencing both ends, yeah, it's it's definitely a drastic difference in the industry between those two states.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
what you have a website.
Yes.
Okay, so tell the listeners your website as well as your Instagram handle so they can find you.
Okay. My website is www.wendymiller.com.
And it's Wendy with WNDEE.
Miller.
Okay.
.com, and of course I'm Wendy WENDE 345 on Instagram.
Okay, great. So you can go there and you can follow her, all right, and check out her website. All right, so then you leave Atlanta, you go to LA, and then so what happens? Like how are you feeling now? Like what is it that you're thinking about both places?
It started to get like sketchy because at the end of the day, you can always hear other people's experience, and until you get your feet into it, everybody's experience is completely different.
Yeah.
So, me personally, if I had to choose, I would choose Atlanta.
Okay.
I mean,
but you can choose. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I can choose, but it was a very strong learning experience for me. I did meet a lot of people. Networking is a major thing in the entertainment industry.
All right, so how do you do that then? If someone is saying, I want to do that, what would you tell them to do?
I'm going to be very honest with
Yeah,
you.
please.
Networking is my very weak. As much as people see me as very bubbly, and like once I pass that guard and I'm like, yeah, I get to know you and I start speaking, you see me 100%. But
right.
in the beginning,
putting yourself out there.
Yeah, it's hard because I am a person that's very humble. Like I like to stay in the background kind of thing. As much as I like, yeah, I know. I know. As an actor, you have to market yourself, and that was my biggest challenge.
Right.
Just talking about myself and everything is about me, and like I know if I was to talk about you, and I had to learn everything. Oh, promote you, like right. Yeah, but as far as me, like I don't want to come across like too selfish of myself, but
right.
But you're trying to market yourself and get yourself out there is a very strong challenge. Networking, you have to go to these events, these different parties, or even going to the casting calls or anything like that. Networking is the major thing because
right.
You never know that even if you don't get that opportunity for that call, because your personality is blooming. And because I got a key and twang, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your accent!" And I make sure that every time I go overseas, I carry like little keychains and stuff. Like I leave. My main thing is to leave residue everywhere that I go.
Nice.
So I give like little things that they, the girl that gave me a keychain or the Canadian girl.
Right. Right.
We have a role for you, and they'll call you up and be like, "Okay, we got opportunity for you," and that's it.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So networking is that very major thing,
right,
for acting and so forth.
Okay. And so how do you get like networking opportunities then?
Once again, research. You have to just be online. Get into groups either on Facebook or Instagram. Follow casting directors, different talent agencies, and so forth. They give you the niche and follow like deadline like different uh, what's the word? Different newsletters.
Yeah.
There's so much different
Cool.
things that you can follow to
All
get
right.
information. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. So, what brought you back home then?
Oh well, of course, time. And then I was more in a. To be honest, I was more of like I thought it was going to be like a turnover. Just just recap, spend a little time home, and then go back, which I'm
Right.
intending to go back.
Right.
Um, but as soon as I got here, it's like I needed to open up my company. Like,
Okay.
like I said, I'm a very spiritual person. So like everything that I do, I don't leave God out of it.
Yeah.
Everything's I leave is God. So like he's like, open up your production company. And I'm like, I'm not ready for
Right.
that. But
Okay.
obedience is better sacrifice. So
Right.
that's what I'm doing.
So, what's your company called?
It's called B4C Productions.
Okay. B4C.
Yeah, B number 4C Productions.
Okay. And what's the story behind that?
Um,
Okay, you can keep it. You can keep it. No problem. Yeah, you keep that. Okay, V4C production. Okay, yeah. And so you started your company because you want to do some stuff here in Cayman.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the things that you've done in Cayman locally, and then of course we'll talk about
Right.
your V4C production.
Yes.
So what are some of the things that you've done?
Well, I mean, of course, I've always been a part of the arts. So, like, as far as plays, being a part of CNCF, CBS, if those who don't know, is Cayman Cultural Foundation, Cayman National Cultural Foundation, or Cayman Drama Society.
Right.
I've always been a part of that. If there were any local films, I'd be a part of it. I did shoot my first film in 2019.
Okay.
Don't kill me, guys. 2019, and it was called Secrets.
Okay.
It was a film that I wrote myself, I directed, just put a casting crew together. Pretty much the cast was the crew, and they believed in the vision.
Right.
Um,
Where is that film?
it's well, listen, it was my first film. I did a screening. It kind of dropped because COVID hit March. We did the screen in February, and COVID hit March, so everything was on lockdown, shutdown. We did get awarded. We did submit it to the Film Freeway,
Right.
and we've been awarded six different films, six different awards for our film so
Okay.
far.
Okay. And
Um,
so it's not being shown yet.
we did a screening, like I said,
Okay.
so we were going to do a second one because people really wanted to come
Yeah.
watch it.
So no one can find it yet. Because I find that
I
we,
did.
yeah.
No, I did because Film Freeway doesn't allow. If you're gonna put it on that, you're not allowed to showcase it.
Okay. Okay.
So right now our last judgment of judging just happened last month, so I can now put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
I just haven't had the time.
All right. Or you can maybe put it at the cinema. You can pay and go see it. Good think about that. All right. So, and I do see that you were awarded a national award as a 2020 Silver Star awardee for
Yes.
creativity at the National Arts and Culture Awards in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, that one hit me. Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to Melissa. Melissa, I want to say thank you so much for that. Because she was the one who put in the application for me, and I did. It was a big hit when I was in, I was actually in Atlanta when they messaged me like, "Oh, you have now been awarded this." I was like, "What?" I was actually in class, in acting class when they called me for that. I was like, "Wow."
Well, that's nice. Nice to be rewarded, right?
Yeah.
But I also think like here's your opportunity with Secrets to do something with it. Like, why not let us see it? Let people see it because I know you've sent
Right.
it to the festival.
We
and
did.
That's amazing.
We did show it at the Red Sky event
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
So I can definitely pick it. My mom was like saying, "Wendy, put it back out there."
Of
But
course.
now that
I'm gonna be like, come on, put it back out there. Come on. Come on. Of course. Now, Wendy is also a producer, director, writer, and editor. She's worked on films such as Hands Up, directed by Miss Angela White, in which she was a co-producer on the film and first assistant director and director of photography for the films Possessive and Younger, all shot in Atlanta. Wow, that's nothing to snuff at for sure. How did you kind of get those things?
That was funny. As far as the Atlanta, like it was a connection with a class. Once again, you get involved with these classes, you network. So when I got to Atlanta, the people who were in the classes that were doing hair I met them over there,
Okay.
and it was actually the young lady's friends that were shooting,
Ah, okay,
and
nice.
they needed a cinematographer. Um, and they pretty much just left the whole thing in my hands.
What does a cinematographer do?
That's a DP, director of photography. So the person who handles the camera, make sure that you're shooting, or make sure the visual is shot the way that the director wants. If
Nice.
that makes sense. Yes.
Okay, so that's some experiences for you, right? Some
Yes.
learning stuff, so that
Definitely.
when you're kind of on the set of your own stuff, no one can tell you any foolishness. Because
Right.
you'll be like,
Exactly.
no, this is the shot I want. This is
Right. Yeah. It's very, once again, you got to know what it is that you have to know the lenses, know the cameras, know the shots. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Wendy Miller, this is my guest for this afternoon on Straight Talk Success 101. She is an actress, a producer, a director. She's from Cayman, talking about going for her dreams, really, and kind of throwing caution to the wind. Doing that 9 to 5 shtick, and then saying, you know what? Why don't I just go for it? And so after locally performing for over 20 years, just in plays and different things, decided to, yeah, I'm gonna just pack my bag up, grab my little boy, and just hit the road. And just it's still in COVID, but I'm going.
Making
Got
it
my
so.
mask on. That's what happened.
Yep. Pretty much.
We got my
Pretty
mask
much.
on. Got my son's mask on, and we're still hitting it. She's a 2020 awardee for creativity at the National Arts and Culture Silver Star. So congratulations for
Thank
that.
you.
Congratulations for all of this. I'm very excited to continue talking to you, because what we're really going to be talking about when we come back is the film You Are Enough, which is going to be what is it? Screened, a
Yeah.
screening premiere November the 6th, and you do not want to miss it. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you want to get your tickets for sure. But yeah, we'll talk more about that. I'm really excited. Wendy, thank you so much for being my guest this afternoon. For sure. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. This is your Straight Talk Private 5 show. Catherine Tyson, your host, and we will be right back.
That was good.
And thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Welcome back to Straight Talk, your Drive at 5 show. I'm Catherine Tyson, your host. Thank you once again for showing up for us, for turning on that radio. You got so much choices, so I really, really appreciate it. It does not escape us for a second that we cannot do this without you. So thank you for tuning in. And thank all of you who listen to the show. When you tell me that you've listened to it and you tell me that you like the topics. And I really appreciate that. So I do it for the love, but do it for the love. not do it for the likes, song. Y'all know the song. Okay, so this afternoon, Success 101. I just, we try to highlight young Caymanians, and I really enjoy that because we're trying to usher you guys through because you are our leaders. You really, really
Yes.
are. And we need to support you, celebrate you, hold you up. Literally, you're on our shoulders, and I take that very seriously because, I'm not that person that wants all of it for myself because I want to sit down on my porch one day and know that Cayman is in good hands, the world is in good hands. And if we
Yes.
don't do that for you guys, how is it going to be in good hands?
Come on.
So some of us, who want to hold on too tight, loosen up a little bit, man. God help the young people out and give them a little break. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm very happy to see you guys really shining because that's what you're doing. And so this afternoon we have Wendy Miller, who's an actress, a producer, a director. She's from Cayman, homegrown, and she's just taken, her time to just say, you know what, I'm going to spread my wings. And before the break, we were talking about her foray into the film industry life in Atlanta, and then foraying into LA and going, oops, what is?
Yeah.
But the experiences that you learned.
Yes.
And during the break, we were talking about, all of the things that you really were able to garner. So now you can bring them here almost,
Yes.
right? So that's
Definitely.
awesome. Now you also have worked with local projects and commercials with filmmakers such as Frankie Flowers
Yes.
Jr. on the Flowers Sea Swim documentary,
Yes.
and that's In This Moment. That was awesome.
Yes.
Caitlin had a little cameo in
Yes,
that,
she did.
right? And you were the production manager with Badir Awe and Pascal Pernix. And you've written, produced, directed, and edited your own short film
Yes.
called Secrets, we just talked about. And of course, I'm going to keep talking to you because you got to get that back out so we can actually see it. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes,
Yeah?
ma'am.
And that was shot in Cayman, and it's been submitted, and you were talking about the film festivals around the world. So we're waiting for that date for you to be able to, come on, let's get this, let's do it. Now, Wendy, you are here, for me to help you shine and to make the studio shine bright like diamond. And thank you, you've done that. But you actually have a project coming up November the 6th.
Yes.
And I'm excited about that. So let's talk a little bit about that. Yes, let's talk about that now.
Yes. So my short film, I just shot it. I actually wrote the script about a year ago.
Okay, a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah. What do you do? Put it in a box and then forget it, and then I got this thing.
The thing is that you go online and you use these online networking, like a script writing software, and you just get whatever it is out of your head. When you're a writer, you have to get it on paper.
I know, yeah.
It'll eventually go away. So
Yeah.
you just try to get everything, dump it on paper.
Right.
I actually
to ease up your brain. I do that at 3 o'clock in the morning. I have books that are they're just all over the place. So I understand.
Right. So I wrote that actually for my eldest daughter. She wanted to do acting with me.
Okay.
My kids are my biggest supporters,
Okay.
even up to my 3-year-old.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you just said he kept you going while you were in Atlanta.
Yes, he kept me going. He was my drive, and because she's not here with me, she's actually in the UK. We were speaking, and she's like, "Mommy, you should really do the movie." And I was like, and she's like, "No, man, seriously." And honestly, I was like, you have a point. Like, I need to stay in my lane because even trying to open up my production company,
B4C production,
C4C production,
right?
I was more going in a digital marketing direction.
Right.
Really isn't my
area.
Yeah. And I had to get back into my lane, which is more movie production.
Right.
So of course, like starting off now, as I'm now officially B4C, to really find like a little short film to just start off and get going.
Yeah.
And You Are Enough was the one that my daughter kind of motivated me to do.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's a true story because it speaks on the topic of bullying.
Okay.
It speaks very, very, very strong about the situation of that's happening in today's youth. Something that I have experienced. I'm sure everybody has experienced it before.
Right.
In some way or the other.
Right.
And just trying to find the talent just with just 2 cast members. I just found a crew to come together that believed in the vision, and we created it, and here we are now about to screen it.
Right. Okay. So what is the premise of the movie?
Um, so what it is that, well,
Well, I don't want you to tell the whole story, but just a
yeah,
little bit of
yeah,
something.
yeah. It's about, like I said, bullying is a situation where my daughter has been
The daughter in the
in the,
movie.
yeah, the
Yes.
daughter and the
Yes.
young lady, which is big up to Leilani Davis.
Okay.
It's like to give a big shout out to her and her mom,
All right.
Shakira Diaz. I would like to say thank you very much for
Check it out for sure. All right, so it looks as if we lost some volume there on our stream. So yeah, so Event Pro, you can go on. It is for the short film "You Are Enough." That's going to be November 6th.
yes, and it will be held at the Hartwell Theater at 6 o'clock. So with you purchasing your tickets, it's only $10. Um, you will of course get your hors d'oeuvres and the knickknacks, and it's going to be a well-rounded show. Even though it's a short film, you would have an experience that we have some special guests coming, and I think definitely it's a topic that needs to be talked about. I know a lot of parents that are facing this situation with their kids, and I know a lot of kids that are actually facing this situation because right now my daughter at this moment, the same daughter that I raised with, she's still struggling with bullying, even being in the UK, and it's affecting her mental health a lot. So we're still going through that struggle.
Yeah, yeah, no, I can understand, and it's huge. It's huge right now, and I think that what's good about it is that we're actually paying attention to it. We're bringing it to the forefront, and we're saying it is not okay.
It's not.
And one of the things that I actually really feel very strongly about as well, social worker by profession, is that the children or the child that is doing the bullying is also a victim, also has a problem, and so a problem probably in their life, and that needs to be addressed. So it's not that we're looking at that's a bad kid versus you're doing this to a good kid. It's like no. Let's look at these children to see what is going on. Very serious about that. So I really I'm very happy that we're talking about these things. We're normalizing talking about it so that we can understand that it is not normal. It's not good for one person to bully another person, and that it happens to adults. Adults are doing this.
Cyberbullying
It
is
is just so sad.
Yeah, it's
very sad.
It's a lot. It's a lot to intake. Like I said, like what you said, like it's happening now. And I thought even with the age limit, I was saying like from 14 to adult. I'm like, you know what, Wendy, no, pretty much I got bullied in primary school. It starts from primary school. And even up to Leilani speaks about it. She's like, I got bullied in elementary, so it starts from young, straight up. So it needs to be spread, and I'm hoping. I did request some representatives from the education department to be there because I really want to showcase not only the talent, that's just one thing, but to really talk about the topic because it needs to be in the schools. That's just my opinion. It needs to be taught, like talked about. It needs to, and parents are overwhelmed because if their child is being bullied, like where do they go? How do they deal with it? And I know a lot of them rant on social media And depending on how bad the situation is, they sometimes go to the school and make a big
Right,
chaos. And
right.
there's a way of
Yeah, well,
strategizing
you
and
can't
dealing with
you
it.
cannot bully to solve a bullying
Bully,
issue. So
right,
you can't go
right.
marching down to school and want to bully up the teachers and bully up the people and bully up the other people's
I
children.
don't know about it.
Like that is like
It's a
hello,
lot. It's a lot, but I
hello.
understand. I kind of understand the frustration. I mean, there's a way of doing things, but I
Right. Of
understand the
course, yeah. Of course
frustration
you can
of
be
it.
frustrated, but you also have to look at behavior. And so behavior
Mhm.
that you're trying, you're wanting, children to conduct themselves in a certain way. You
For
can't now
example,
conduct
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
in the opposite way. And you can't go shake somebody and say, "Stop shaking my child." You can't punch somebody and say, "Stop punching my
right,
child."
yeah. I get it.
It's like, hello, it's a
Hmm.
contradiction. And I
Yeah,
think that we're making kind of light of it, but it's happened
right.
so much, growing up where you kind of would go and grab that child, by the back of their head, and it's like, hello, you cannot solve things like that.
Right,
So
right.
I'm a mother, so
Mhm.
kind of raising my children, it wasn't like grabbing them or slapping, licking them their back. Like I wasn't about to do
Right.
that, because now if I'm doing that, that means that I'm solving my problems with doing that. What am I teaching them?
Teaching them right.
So it was very important for me not to do that. And I remember my oldest son, one day I grabbed him or I slapped his hand for something. He was about 10 or 11. He looked at me like, oh my gosh, like, what is that what we're doing? Could you just not just call my name? Just tell me what I'm doing. And it was that moment where it was a teaching moment for me, because,
Right.
he wasn't listening to me. And so by me slapping on the hand or grabbing him, and he was so mortified that we were so barbaric that that's what we were doing.
Oh
And
wow.
I said, okay, so you mean I can just call your name and you'll listen? So can we agree to do that?
Compensate.
Can we
Yeah.
agree that when I do call your name, you're not going to ignore me? Because
Right.
you ignoring me
Is
made me
what caused
respond that way.
right.
And so we were cool from that day. Like he literally was like, look, yeah, I got it. That's a deal. You don't grab me. I don't ignore you.
You
We
fortunate.
work this out.
There's
No,
some
yeah,
people who there's
yeah,
some
yeah.
people
We
who's
were
fortunate.
civilized. We
I
were
mean,
civilized. We were
yeah.
civilized people. And I do come from my mom. She never really. I can count the times when she
Oh,
really exactly. Yeah, we didn't work like that. So
right.
so I think
It's
that's what's important, is when you're raised in a home like that, that is how you understand to respond. you
communication is the
know
key.
you
I
have to be
mean,
careful, yeah.
yeah.
And so yeah, I'm so glad that you're doing this. You Are Enough, it's called.
Yes.
November the 6th. It's going to be at the Hartwell. It's on Event Pro. You can go and buy some tickets. Also, your website, Wendy, Wendee Miller.com.
Yes.
Check out your website. See what goodies you have there, as well as your Instagram, Wendy, Wendee 345. So check that out for sure. I'm sitting here with Wendy Miller. She's an actress, she's a producer, she's a director. She's from Cayman. She's based in Cayman and in the US, where she's just been out there just doing her thing. And the not only the acting bug bit her, but the directing bug, the producing bug, the writing
Yeah.
bug, and all of that stuff. She's worked with local projects. She's worked with filmmakers such as Frankie Flowers, Junior on the Flower Sweet Swim, Sweet Swim, Sea Swim documentary in this moment. And she was a production manager. She's also worked with Badir Awe and Pascal Pernix, written, produced, directed, edited Secrets. I'm looking forward to see that for sure. You're also community.
Yeah.
So what is that? Tell us, what is that?
That is definitely something that I just started being part of. It's a great family, a great community. It is hosted, and Rico Granada is the top dog of that community.
Right.
It's influencers, young Caymanians that, of course, from different genres, whether it's modeling or dancing or music or whatever it is. He pretty much endorses young Caymanians to help promote other companies as well. Um, so as an influencer, it's a proud aspect. So like if say for example, if you have a company, um, Rico, please for me. If it's if there's a company and they want to maybe showcase something, they can use our talented people to like maybe showcase and speak on that behalf, or do commercials
Okay.
or whatever it is, or even showcase our talent on it. So it's a great community. We have some very talented Caymanians. It's definitely a forum to promote our young Caymanians and their talents.
Well, that's really good, and that's good that you're collaborating, because that's really
Yes,
so important.
very
Especially we're so small here too, so
Mhm.
collaboration is key. So what else are you up to? Another big sigh.
Just,
Wendy.
I mean, you just keep a
You
smile.
just
You got to keep going. You got to keep the thing is.
you can't be tired yet, girl.
I know, and I'm not
You
reached
30
nowhere
something.
yet.
It's not even not reached nowhere yet. You 30 something. Go get
Yes,
yourself a Red Bull or something.
No,
Don't
I
be
mean,
tired.
don't get me wrong. No, like it's like team no sleep, because when you're really doing, I'm
And
the
you got
kind
to
of
get sleep. You have to figure out how to schedule some sleep in there, Wendy.
I literally took like a 15 before I got here, so
Okay,
I'm
wow.
squeezing it in. But honestly, like it's just when I just I'm the kind of person that when I got something to do, I won't get it done.
Right. Okay.
Like
So what's that? What's keeping you busy right now?
like of course the right now of course
Working on the premiere.
yes, that's my
Okay.
focus
So
right
that's
now. So
huge.
as soon yeah, it actually grew a lot bigger than I anticipated. And I think that
Yay.
tends to happen to
Right.
me all the time. And I want to say big up to Josepha Martinez. She has always been like a
Is it Josepha or Josefa?
Josepha.
Okay, Josepha. Okay.
Josepha, she's always been like a like them nutcracker and you twine it up. Sometimes like when you get down, you twine it up and then the nutcracker starts moving. Like
Oh, okay.
she pushes me. She's like, when you keep underestimating yourself, you keep underestimating yourself.
She has a lot of energy.
Yes, she does, and
Right.
she keeps me going. Like between her and my best friend Jackie, like they like when you always underestimate.
Sounds good. You have a good tribe.
Yes.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and that's another thing, people. You need to know your circle.
Yes.
Your circle is very
Important.
important.
Yes.
Please
Yeah.
hear me, because even while being in the States, let me tell you something, people were dropping off like flies. And
Yeah.
as much as, we as human beings, we tend to like get devastated because people start to fall off, consider that as a
Yeah. Sometimes they gotta go.
yes, that dead weight.
And if they drop off themselves, I'm like, all right,
Hey,
you got saved from that one.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
move. Sometimes, I mean,
Dry
people
your
come in your life,
tears, but
right.
move on. Yeah.
People come in your life for a time in the season, so you gotta make room for the new people that will help you go on to the next part of your journey.
Right, right. And so what is the next part of your journey?
Well,
When we get through this. So this has also been submitted for film festivals as
I
well.
actually started. Yes, I'm still in editing mode, but like I literally just finished it. I started that's why I didn't sleep last night. I started submitting it to I think 12 film festivals
Oh
thus
wow,
far.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Is that simple? Is that easy to do?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It takes finances.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's simple if you got a funds.
Okay.
So
But how much does it cost to submit it to?
It varies because they have from zero to like I think the most expensive one that I've submitted to was $75.
Okay. Okay.
So it's each one varies. And I guess the more recognized ones are the more expensive.
Okay.
That's the ones you really want to
right. Of course.
get recognized.
Yeah.
So let me throw it there. I just want to say thank you to my sponsors towards your and there's no way I could manage it impressively. I just want to say thank you so much to Davenport Development Limited, CG Breaking. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to Evolution House / Waffle Monkey. I want to say thank you to Foster's. We got quite a few. So to Foster's. We have Science of Paradise. We have Island Supply. We have CL. We got quite a few. We got quite a CL. We got CDG. Thank you so much for believing in the vision. And I must say that a lot of companies that you got to really push yourself out there, but there's quite a few that actually believe in young talent and young Caymanians, and they believe in local productions.
Yeah.
So thank you for making this possible.
Great, and that's good. You have to thank your people. You got to appreciate it. Now let me ask you quickly.
Mhm.
So uh, you are enough. How long did that take for you to actually produce and film? Yeah, because you said
Um,
you wrote it a year ago, so you kind of pulled it out and
yeah.
dusted it off, and then how long did it take?
Well, pretty much the to be honest, the original script was very short. Like I said, it was just one scene from me and my daughter too.
Okay,
So that took us, I would say, 6 hours
right.
to shoot. It was a night shoot, so we finished. We started like around 7ish, and then we finished like almost midnight. So
Okay,
it was 6 hours. So,
okay,
um, and I actually added on a piece
okay.
last minute. So that took another day. So it's like 2 day production.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it was,
not bad.
yeah, it was not bad. Usually
That's not
short
bad.
films are not bad. Usually it's the features. So people, if you don't know, short films are things that's like under, say, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Anything that's a feature that ones that we watching the movie is 60 minutes or above, or 90 minutes and above.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice. That's good. So this is about 25 minutes.
it's about 20,
Yeah.
25
All
minutes. Yes.
right. I mean, I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm really excited. For November 6th. Can't wait to come and see it. Is it gonna be a tear jerker? I'm gonna be all sad
I know
because it looks
you
kind of
have
sad.
to
I saw the
come.
trailer.
Listen,
It
you
looks a little
gotta
sad.
come and watch
It
it for
looks sad.
yourself. I know. Listen to me. My intention, if, like people who know me, my intention is to make the night unforgettable. So you come, you enjoy a film. The hospitality is a big must for me. I just want to make sure that 100 people that's in that building
Yeah.
is comfortable
Yeah.
and they enjoy something
Right.
throughout the night. And
Yeah.
it's an experience.
Okay, and there's going to be a Q&A.
Yes, there will be a
Also,
Q&A as well.
nice.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I'm really excited. Now, this is Wendy Miller. She's an actress, she's a producer, she's a director. We're actually talking about her film, her short film that is going to be screened at the Harquail on November the 6th. And you can check it out on Eventpro. Just put in Cayman November, some type of thing, other, just Google that stuff.
Or
You'll find
you
it.
can go on my if you go on my Instagram, you can click the link in my bio, or you can go on my Facebook page and the link will just take you straight there.
And Facebook is what? Wendy
Facebook.
Miller, same
Wendy
thing?
Miller, yes.
Okay, there
Yes,
you go.
Wendy Miller.
She's a member of the Cayman Influence community. She actually won a Silver Star Award for creativity in the National Arts and Culture Awards in 2020. She's a mover and a shaker, man. She's actively local here and just doing her stuff. She's done training, acting coaches such as Troy and Tanya Rowland from Rowland Acting Studio, Christine Horn from the Booking Magnet, just to name a few, and intends to pursue her dreams as an actress as well as continue to write, produce, and direct more films, which I think is her niche. It sounds like a niche
right
market
now, yes.
there for sure. She wants to influence others, especially her children, to believe that whatever you put your mind towards can come to pass, no matter where you are in the world, and once you put your trust in God and believe that you must never let your living circumstances bound or cripple your dreams and aspirations, and that once you know what your purpose is on this earth and you are working for that purpose, you will never work a day in your life. Now, that is a great thing. Yeah. So, when you do what you love, you never work a day. All right. So, I'm sure you have a great support system around you right now. And
Yeah,
who
we
are
got
they?
quite a
Who, guys, I'm going to ask
I
you
got
that.
calling out.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you that. And I'll also ask you who inspires you. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
those are questions I always will ask.
Well, my circle is very small. I mean, my mom. Let's start off with my
I
mom.
always have to say it so mom can get the credit.
Yeah,
Okay, so
mom.
mom, you're welcome.
Yep. Yes, my mom, Maria Miller. She is my backbone.
All
That's
right.
my heartbeat right there.
All right. And you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
Babies generally are actresses, by the way.
No, we're not.
I'm telling you.
Stop
My
it.
daughter's a baby. I'd have been performing from when I'm born. I'd have been screaming from the middle of the floor for no reason from when I'm born. So when you become actors, I'm like, yeah, no brainer.
Caitlin, you hear what your mother saying about you?
Absolutely. She knows it. I have videos to prove it. And she has brothers that can vouch for me. So, yes. So thanks to your mom.
Yeah, thanks, mom.
For putting up with your antics as a baby.
Yeah, thanks, mom, for being patient. Cause like as much as sometimes like in the beginning she she'll be like, Wendy, like, but she'll eventually turn around, and then she'll always turn around and push me up in
Yes.
in that
Good.
direction.
So she's a strong woman.
Yes, she
Strong
is.
Canadian woman. Love
I
that.
believe it.
Yes.
And I know Jackie Carter. That's my best friend.
That's best friend.
Yeah.
Shout him out.
Hey.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, I must say, my son's father, Floyd.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to him as well. Like my circle, like I said, my circle is really small.
Right.
Especially being on this last journey.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that has encouraged me. So guys, please don't kill me if I forget your name.
That's okay.
There's quite
That's
a few
okay.
people who do encourage me, and said, when you just keep pushing, I'm so motivated. So I just want to say a big thank you to you guys, because you guys have no idea how that encouragement and like ignites. Like
And necessary.
ignites, yes, it's very important. So
yeah. So who inspires you? Last but not least. And so you don't get in any trouble. Which actor or actress inspires you? Like, let's say that. So I don't want you to get
it's
in
hard.
trouble.
That's always
That's
a question
worse?
that's asked, yeah, because it's so hard.
Who would you love to work with then?
Viola.
Oh, I was reading your mind. You and
Viola. That woman is a beast.
Yeah, she is something.
Her and Octavia, but
Yeah.
Viola is the
Yeah.
top
You can give her like a rubber band and say, all right, so put that on your arm, and she's gonna make it incredible. She's gonna get an award for putting a rubber band on her arm.
Oh my gosh, man, she's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm such a motivated.
So you'd love to meet her.
Yeah, I'm speaking it in the atmosphere, since we were always talking about. I am going to work with her.
Oh, there you go.
And my intention is to put Cayman. Let me throw that out there too. I'm going to put Cayman on the map, because I'm going to tell you one thing. Whatever it is that I'm here for a purpose.
Yes.
And my intentions is Cayman has talent seeping through their pores.
Right.
And it's because we're small, like people don't know us, but here what they gonna know us in a minute. And I speak in that etiquette. I'm looking to collaborate with anybody who's out there. I'm writing, as even though I'm working on some writing still for another film, and that's more of a feature where I want to use everybody.
Okay, there you go. All right, so I think the Jamaicans have a saying, "Miliko but metalawa," something
yes,
to that effect. But that's exactly what it is, right? And we have been on the map from the likes of Frankie Flowers, Salita Ebanks. I mean, we Grace Geely. Come on, so we are on the map. You are just going to be a part of that map. Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you for coming. Check out her website, Wendy with an EE. So it's WENDEE, Wendy Miller. You can check out her Facebook page. You can check out her website. You can check out her Instagram. Show her some love, as well as, go ahead and go to Eventpro and check out You Are Enough. It is the screening for her short film. It is on Bullion. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. I've got my tickets, and it's November the 6th. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And best of luck for everything. And I'm going to be here watching. And, if you ever want to come back and chat, we can chat.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much too for hanging with us. Hope you're home by now. If not, careful driving. Take care of yourself. I will chat with you again on Monday. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk again. It will be Medical Monday, brought to you by Health City. This has been your Thursday Success 101 show with our wonderful actress Wendy Miller, and homegrown. That feels good. All right, that's right. Take care and have a great evening. Yay. That was really good. I was like, how is